welcome back to Sharing Life's Lessons from the Road. We're going to make a little detour today and share it from the house because you caught me on a day off. All right, so let's talk about today's life's lesson. We're going to deal with forgiveness. And why do we need forgiveness? And why do we need to forgive others? Well, typically it's because of some type of anger issue. Somebody's got their feelings hurt, or we have had our feelings hurt. Something that's been done or said. Sometimes they're intentional and other times they're unintentional that happen that put people sideways. And it causes problems in relationships, with family, with friends, with co-workers, and sometimes just in life because we got a chip on our shoulder because we're so angry and it has just eaten us up. So let's take a look at those things and what we're going to do about it. You know, there's those things that happen in life that are out of our control. And first of all, we need to learn that they are out of our control and there's nothing that we can do about it. And so those are the type of things we just need to put behind us and go on. We need to put those behind us and go on with life because there's no way we can control it. We can't control the outcome. We can't control the event. So just let it go. Then there's things in life that happen that, yeah, we do have some control over. It's our tongue most times. It's things that we might say, and they might be offensive. To us, it may not be, but to someone else, it might be. So it's going to be an unintentional thing that is said or something that we've done that unintentionally has hurt someone, and we're not aware of it until the anger builds up in them to the point and the resentment that they direct it back toward us. Then all of a sudden we realize, man, I made a mistake in life. I never should have done that. Let that be a learning lesson for us so that doesn't happen again. You find yourself going down that road, man, bells and whistles ought to be going off and signs popping up saying, hey, don't go here. So let those things, the words that we say and directed toward others and situations, let us be aware of might be the consequences of things that we say. And then there's things that we do that are intentional. We intend to hurt somebody's feelings. We intend to break them down, to hurt them, to make ourselves bigger and better than they are, and just help to destroy them. And that's just flat out mean. Plain and simple, that's just mean. And we don't need to be mean toward others. We need to be respectful toward folks. If there's differences of opinion, that's okay. We can have different ideas and different thoughts and different opinions about things. But that doesn't mean that we have to be bitter and destroy one another. I mean, look at our political situation in this country today. We are so divided politically, and there's such anger and hatred going on between the right and the left that, hey, it's going to end up destroying this country. And we need to have some forgiveness and we need to have some healing there so that those kind of things don't take place. They don't take place in our own lives because they break up relationships with friends, with family, with co-workers, folks that we come in contact with on a regular basis. It may be somebody at a restaurant or a store that we go to that maybe we just build up a dislike for and we're bitter toward them. And I know I've had that happen in my life with the supervisor one time. And the owner of the company came to me and said, it'll never happen again. And he did his part to keep us apart. And I've had to deal with that myself and forgive this fella. And whether he probably didn't even realize that he's done it because that's just the way he's wired. But, you know, things like this happen in life. And we need to work through it and not let anger eat us up. What happens to us when we get angry and bitter? Well, if we don't go toward forgiveness, it just continues on and it eats away at us, and it begins to a point that it destroys us as individuals. We're not the same person that we used to be. We become different. Our outlook toward life is different. We become self-centered. Other people are way back there someplace. They're not up front. They're not first or second place in our lives. And because we put ourselves first. And we don't want to get hurt. We don't want to find ourselves in that situation again, and we get bitter and we get defensive. And so let's we need to deal with anger before it gets out of control. And the way that we deal with it is simply by recognizing it and then looking at what we can do to redeem ourselves and redeem the situation, redeem relationships. And that's simply through forgiveness. Forgiveness is a huge, huge tool. Sometimes we just need to forgive ourselves because of some of the poor choices that we've made in life and the decisions that we made, because they have affected us, they've affected our immediate family, they've affected friendships and relationships in life that have been broken because of some bad choice that we've made in life. And so let's be aware of our choices. Let's think those through. We've got friends. Talk to our friends about our choices that we make and directions that we want to go. Get some outside opinion, somebody that's not inside, that's not in the know of exactly what's going on, but they might be able to give you some direction and some help and give you some tools to help you make that decision in life so that you're not offending someone and causing anger. They can give you direction on forgiveness and how to go about forgiveness and how to address it with folks. There was a family that I had offended. We had a business relationship, and my side of it, I was very guilty, hurt. I was afraid to talk to him. I didn't want to see him because I was afraid of the relationship that was there. And so I ended up having to just simply break down and humble myself and go to him and ask forgiveness. Here's the cool thing, buddy, we forgave you a long time ago. Don't let it bother you, okay? That memory is still there. That offense that I did was still there. But I know the forgiveness from those folks is also there. And that's the only way I can get through with that relationship with these guys, is because I know that they forgave me. And that's a neat thing about forgiveness, is that it can bring healing to us. And not only to ourselves, but it can bring healing to relationships between us and others. What kind of effects does anger have on our family? Oh, it can separate us, can destroy us, and cause bitterness for years and years. And we have to come to a point in life where we go, it's just not worth it. We have to put our foot down, and sometimes we have to humble ourselves and go to it and ask forgiveness for over a situation. And sometimes we need to go and forgive people, and that may be tough love as we go and ask somebody for forgiveness and tell them I'm sorry for what I've done, and I'm sorry for the way that you feel about me. And it wasn't intentional. It's just happened. There's things that you didn't understand, and there's things that I don't understand. But I want you to forgive me. And I want to forgive you for those things that you've done. And I want to forgive you for your attitude of anger toward me. And I love you. And I want our relationship to be good. Sometimes we have to do that, eat a little crow and go to them and just ask forgiveness. And sometimes we need to forgive others. Just go to them and forgive them. And let them know, hey, what's going on here in my life and my attitude toward you has been wrong. And I need your forgiveness. So look at your own life and your own relationships. There may be relationships in your family or coworkers or friends, neighbors, whatever. And it may be something that in life that you have been upset about, and it's destroying you internally as it's changed your personality and your outlook on life. Maybe you need to forgive yourself and let past get behind us. It's always going to be there. We're not going to forget it because it's there for a lesson, a life lesson for us, so that we don't go down that same road again and we don't find ourselves in a situation where we're offended or we get angry and we get bitter, and we find ourselves in a situation where we don't have to go and ask for forgiveness because a relationship was never broken, because we've been there once and we recognized it and don't want to go back there again, and we stopped it before it happened. So, guys, that's today's life lesson, and I'm going to kind of leave it at that. If you enjoy the life lesson, give me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. If you have a life lesson that you would like to share, send that to me at buddysampley5@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to narrate that for you and get it on the air. If you want to send it to me and something that you've recorded, send that to me on an audio file, and I'll do the editing to it if we need to and get it out. But I want to open this channel up not only for myself, but I want to open it up to you so that you can share your life story. So, all right, guys. If you like what you've heard today, give me a thumbs up, a like, subscribe if you're not a subscriber and you want more of this. I'll be happy to do that for you. Hit that little reminder bell down there on Wednesdays. We do life's lessons, so you'll have that. Guys, hope y'all have had a great week. I hope you have a great week ahead of you, and I'll see you down the road. Bye.